Hello, my name is Berta Vasquez, and I will be presenting Chapter 7, English Morphology, for my reading discussion facilitation. My presentation will include an overview of morphology, word parts, morphological structure, semantics and syntax, content and function words, morphological analysis instruction, academic language, instructional technique, conclusion, and my references. Overview of morphology. Morphology is the study of words and word parts. Linguists use morphology to study how word parts come together to create different meanings. Morphemes. Morphemes are the smallest meaningful part of a word. A morpheme cannot be broken down into smaller meaningful parts. For instance, the word bear is made up of one morpheme. There are two types of morphemes, a free morpheme and a bound morpheme. A free morpheme can stand alone as a word, like the word bear. A bound morpheme has to be attached to a free morpheme. The suffix s in the word bears is a bound morpheme. Prefixes and infixes are also considered bound morphemes. Affixes. Affixes are added to words to change or alter their meaning. Prefixes are added at the beginning of words and help readers understand word meanings. And suffixes are added to the end of words and describe the parts of speech of a word. The word unacceptable contains the prefix un, which means not, and the suffix able, which stands for capable of. So together, the word unacceptable would then form the meaning not being capable of accepting. Morphological structure. Words can be grouped by the types of morphemes in the words, also known as the morphological structure. Simple words are composed of one free morpheme, like the word chair. Complex words are made up of one free morpheme and one or more bound morphemes. The word restate is a complex word because it consists of the free morpheme state and the prefix re. Compound words are two free morphemes put together. The word pancake is a compound word because the words pan and cake are both morphemes and can stand alone as words. And finally, compound complex words are composed of two free morphemes and one or more bound morpheme. Hot dogs is a complex compound word because hot and dogs are both free morphemes, and it includes the suffix s. Semantics. Semantics studies the parts of speech or meaning of words. The English language consists of 8 parts of speech. Words can be categorized as nouns, or a person, place, or thing, verbs, which are action words, adjectives, descriptive words, or prepositions, which are words that show a place, time, or direction. Many children books have been produced to help students better understand the parts of speech. Syntax. Syntax refers to the position or role of words in a sentence. For example, in the sentence, the dog jumped on the bed. Dog is considered the subject of the sentence or the noun. Jumped is a verb. Bed is also considered a noun. The is the article, and on is a preposition. If we look closer, the phrase on the bed is a prepositional phrase, and all the words in that order form a complete sentence. Content words. Content words carry the principal meaning of a sentence or a phrase. If function words are removed, the main meaning will remain clear, such as in the sentence, the boy ran the fastest. When the function words are omitted, the meaning remains the same. Boy ran fastest. Boy being the noun, ran is the verb, and fastest is the adverb. Function words. Function words serve different purposes. Function words include determiners, quantifiers, pronouns, auxiliaries, prepositions, conjunctions, intensifiers, interjections, and particles. Determiners precede nouns and include articles like a, and the. Demonstratives like this and those, and possessives like my and their. Quantifiers also precede nouns and specify amounts or quantities. Pronouns are words such as her, him, you, or yourself that replace noun phrases. Auxiliaries are also known as helping verbs. These words describe the tense of a verb. Examples of auxiliary words include can, would, be, and have. Prepositions are used to show place, time, or direction, such as in the words on, after, with, and of. Conjunctions show relationships. Words such as and, or, so, but, and yet are examples of conjunctions. The conjunctions or means either. The conjunction but means however, and so means therefore. Particles are words that are added to verbs to create 2 or 3 word verbs. For example, in the sentence, the man cut down the tree. The word phrase cut down includes the particle down. When the words are combined, it creates a different meaning than the meaning of each individual word. Intensifiers strengthen or weaken an expression. And finally, interjections show strong emotion. Morphological analysis instruction. Studies and research conducted on morphological analysis found that there are 4 effective criteria that educators can use to select affixes for explicit instruction. Number 1, select affixes with strict definitions. This means that the affix must be bounded to a base word. Words with examples of affixes with strict definitions include words like dislike, unfair, and hopeless. Number 2, choose affixes that are consistent and have a concrete meaning, as in the prefix un, which means not, or the suffix ly, which means full of. Number 3, high frequency affixes, like the prefix dis, which in return will allow students to learn more new words. And finally, number 4, organizing affixes into semantic groups or mnemonic devices. This will help students find it easier to remember these affixes. This is a list of suggested morphemes to teach in the elementary grades, specifically in grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So not prefixes include dis, un, and in. Position prefixes like pre, post, mid, inter, intra, for, and trans. Over/under prefixes like over, super, under, and sub. Against prefixes anti and counter. Bad prefixes miss and mal. Number prefixes uni, mono, bi, and tri. Other useful prefixes like re, de, and co. More and most suffixes like and est. Person whose suffixes or, ist, and e. and other useful suffixes like full, ness, ly, y, less, and able. Academic language. Academic language can also be supported by morphological instruction. Some common core state standards that relate to academic language instruction include determining word meanings as used in a text, finding meaning of unknown words, and using grade level academic vocabulary. There are six main components that are suggested for effective word learning strategies. Number one, students must be explicitly taught visualizing and making connections comprehension strategies. These strategies will deepen the student's overall comprehension of the text. Number two, using word solving strategies. Students learn to break down words to smaller units in order to find word meanings. Number three, implement a coding system. As students read a text, they will code clues that will help them construct a word meaning. Number four, share clues with the group. Creating a chart to share findings will allow students to check for accuracy and understanding. Number five, reinforcing learning through games. Games are engaging and provide multiple opportunities for deeper understandings. And number six, including a closure for all the lessons. This is a great way to reinforce key understandings and to help students apply their learning across all content areas. Morphology instructional practice. An example of an effective morphology instructional practice is, as previously stated, word solving. Word solving strategies using interactive instruction have been shown to be very effective. The first step will be finding smaller units within the bigger words. Students can begin by identifying the root word, like in the word unreadable. The root word here would be the word read. Next, students can begin to look for affixes. The word contains the prefix un, which means not, and the suffix able, which means can be done. So from this, the students can derive or create a meaning for the word unreadable or not being able to be read. Conclusion. Understanding morphology helps students achieve literacy skills such as word recognition, spelling, and vocabulary knowledge, and it is essential for language acquisition. And this is a list of all my references. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.